Today, we're diving into one of the most significant economic blocs in the world, Mercosur. What exactly is Mercosur, and what benefits does it provide to its member states? Stick around to find out. Welcome back to the channel. Vance here from MyLatinLife, your trusted guide to traveling and living in Latin America. So let's hop right into the video. What exactly is Mercosur? Officially known as the Southern Common Market, Mercosur is a regional trade bloc established in 1991 with the signing of the Treaty of Asunción. The founding members include Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay, with Venezuela joining later, though its membership is currently suspended. Bolivia is in the process of becoming a full member as well. Mercosur was created with the aim of promoting free trade and the fluid movement of goods, services, and people among member states. Over the years, it has evolved into one of the largest economic blocs in the world, representing a significant portion of South America's GDP and population. But Mercosur isn't just about the economics. It also focuses on political cooperation, social development, and cultural exchange among its members. It's basically like a mini version of the European Union, but in South America. Let's start with a brief history and evolution of Mercosur. So to understand Mercosur better, it's important to understand the history. The organization was born out of a desire to strengthen economic ties and promote regional integration in South America. The Treaty of Asunción laid the groundwork, and in 1994, the Ouro Preto Protocol further formalized the bloc, establishing its institutional structure and legal framework. Throughout its history, Mercosur has expanded its scope, incorporating new members and deepening its integration efforts. However, it has also faced challenges, including political differences among member states, economic crises, and external trade pressures. Despite these obstacles, Mercosur has remained a central player in South American regional integration. It continues to work together and work towards greater unity and cooperation. And the Ouro Preto Protocol, Ouro Preto is a city or town in Brazil, by the way. So what are the core objectives and areas of cooperation? Now that we know what Mercosur is and how it came to be, let's dive into its core objectives and areas of cooperation. So the primary goal of Mercosur is to create a common market that facilitates the free movement of goods, services, capital, and people among its member states. And I'll come back to why the people piece of it is really important for you, the listener. This includes eliminating trade barriers, harmonizing economic policies, and fostering a competitive regional economy. But Mercosur's cooperation goes beyond economics. The bloc also focuses on political and economic and social integration, working together on issues like human rights, labor laws, and social welfare. Environmental protection is another key area, but it's kind of on the boring side. And obviously there's a lot of cultural exchange as well, yada yada, but also on the boring side. Let's get into the benefits, the meat and potatoes of what the Mercosur is all about, okay? So first and foremost, there are significant economic benefits. The creation of a common market allows member states to trade more freely with each other, reducing tariffs and increasing market access. This boosts economic growth, creates jobs, lowers prices for consumers. Businesses within Mercosur also benefit from access to a larger market, enabling them to scale up and become more competitive. Think about it. Brazil's 220 million people, Paraguay's like 7 million people, Argentina's like 45 million people, and Uruguay's, I think, 3 million people. Put that together, and you have a pretty significant trade bloc, and perhaps even larger than the population is the sheer landmass of this thing. Because another major benefit is the free movement of people. This is probably the moment you've been waiting for to hear about for MyLatinLife enthusiasts, at least for me. So citizens of Mercosur member states can travel, live, and work in any of the other member states without the need for a visa. This opens up opportunities for employment, education, and cultural exchange, making it easier for people to pursue their dreams across borders. What this looks like realistically is that people from the different Mercosur countries can go to the other member states without their passport. All they have to do is show an ID, okay? And if you were to get a passport from one of the Mercosur countries, that means that you could travel, live, and work in any of the other member countries, okay? So Argentina is the fastest passport in South America, or in Mercosur at least, 2-year path to citizenship, okay? And then you could take that Argentina citizenship and move to Uruguay or move to Paraguay and experience all the benefits, okay? So there's lots of strategic internationalization stuff that you can do here. And now you're starting to see why MyLatinLife, we're so passionate about these things, and we think that Latin America has so much opportunity because there's so much cool arbitrage that can be done. Let me speak to the social benefits as well. So Mercosur works on harmonizing social policies, which helps improve healthcare, education, and social security systems across the region. For instance, agreements within Mercosur can provide citizens with access to healthcare services in other member countries, which is particularly beneficial for those living in border regions. Okay? Now let's talk about some of the challenges and the future of Mercosur. What do they got planned for the future of this trade bloc? Well, like any organization, Mercosur faces its challenges. One of the main issues has been balancing the economic and political interests of its diverse member states. For example, differences in economic policy and trade strategies can sometimes create tensions within the bloc. There's also sometimes language tensions as well. Obviously, Brazil has the largest population and speaks Portuguese, while all the other countries speak Spanish. Additionally, external factors such as global economic shifts and international trade agreements can impact the dynamics within Mercosur. Maybe you heard that they recently landed a very big deal with the European Union. That's probably worthy of its own video, but it's a big deal in and of itself, the EU-Mercosur trade deal. Despite these challenges, Mercosur remains a vital organization for regional integration and doesn't seem to be going anywhere. The future of Mercosur will likely involve deepening its integration efforts, possibly expanding to include new members, and adapting to the changing global political and economic landscape. There is also the potential for Mercosur to play a larger role in Latin America as a whole, collaborating more closely with other regional organizations like the Andean Community, or even exploring partnerships beyond the continent. And if you don't know what the Andean Community is, the Comunidad Andina, I also made a dedicated video explaining what the Andean Community is and the benefits of that trade bloc as well. The short and sweet of it is it includes the countries Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and one more. Help me out. I think Bolivia as well. So Bolivia is an interesting country because it's kind of a full member of both trade blocs, or will be soon once it fully gets into the Mercosur. So the key to Mercosur's success moving forward will be its ability to remain flexible and responsive to both the needs of its member states and the broader global context. If it can do that, Mercosur will continue to be a powerful force for economic growth, social development, and regional cooperation in South America. And there you have it, a closer look at Mercosur and the many benefits it offers to its member countries. From economic integration and free movement to social and environmental cooperation, Mercosur plays a crucial role in shaping the future of South America. If you found this video informative, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on international organizations, Latin America, and international arbitrage within Latin America. As always, if you have any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments below. If you thought there are other benefits of being, a Mercosur country, would love to hear about it. And thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.